All right, let's talk about something that makes a lot of people in tech kind of nervous. The word controls. Seriously, you mention it in a project meeting and you can almost feel the energy drain from the room. It just sounds like bureaucracy, right? Like we're about to slow everything down. And yeah, I get it. The gut reaction is to think of red tape, roadblocks, and a bunch of rules that are just going to get in the way of building cool stuff and moving fast. It feels like a roadblock to innovation. But what if we've been looking at this all wrong? What if those very controls, the things we see as brakes, are actually the guardrails that let us hit the accelerator with confidence? That's the big idea we're going to dig into. It's a total mind shift in how we should be building powerful systems. So to get there, we've got to figure out where the real danger is. And I'll give you a hint. The problem isn't the AI itself. Take a look at this. It's a framework called the Lifecycle Lens, and it maps out the journey of an AI system. Over on the left, you've got assistive AI. Think of it as a smart advisor that's in read-only mode. But on the right, you have operational AI, which can actually go in and change things. And that line right down the middle, that's the authority boundary. And this just nails it. The danger isn't that a system is smart. The danger is giving a system the power to act without any limits. The second an AI crosses that authority boundary and can actually do stuff in the real world, well, that's when the entire game changes. So, how do we handle that kind of power? How do we give it authority without it going off the rails? We do it with three specific engineered concepts. These aren't just vague ideas. They're actual parts you design into your system. First up is a control. The best way to think about this is like a sandbox. It's a hardwired rule that defines exactly what the AI is and is not allowed to do. It draws a clear, unmistakable line between the AI thinking about something and the AI actually doing something. Next, we've got the gate. A gate is basically a checkpoint. Before the system's suggestion can become a real action, it has to get past this decision point. It's the "are we sure about this" moment. But, and this is a big but, not all gates are created equal. And you really need to know the difference here. An explicit gate is a real tech point. It's an automated test or policy check that must pass, no exceptions. A symbolic gate, on the other hand, is one of the most common ways this all falls apart. You know what I mean? It's that routine click to approve from someone who's not even really looking. One is a real safeguard. The other is just security theater. And our third tool is the stop condition. This is your emergency brake. It's a simple, predefined rule that tells the system, if this happens, you stop immediately, no questions asked. Maybe its confidence score drops too low, or it spots something totally weird it wasn't expecting. Whatever the reason, it just halts. And why is that so incredibly important? Because without a stop condition, a system that starts making a mistake will just keep on making it. It's how a tiny, insignificant error can get repeated 1,000 times, snowballing until it becomes a massive failure. Stop conditions are what prevent that catastrophic chain reaction. Okay, so we've got our toolkit, controls, gates, and stop conditions. Now let's go back to that lifecycle map and see exactly where and when you need to use them. So, looking at the lens again, on the left, in that assistive zone, the AI is just an advisor. It's read-only. It can't break anything. So honestly, you don't need super heavy controls here. But the second it steps across that authority boundary into the operational side, it now has the power to act. And this moment of transition, it's everything. This is where an idea becomes a real system. It's the difference between a chatbot that gives you suggestions and a system that can automatically reroute logistics, file a critical support ticket, or start talking to other applications. It has real authority. So here's the key takeaway. The instant a system gets that authority, a whole new set of rules kicks in. This isn't optional anymore. You are required to have controls. You are required to have evidence for why it's making its decisions, and you absolutely are required to have a way to undo what it did, a rollback plan. This is precisely why controls become non-negotiable once authority exists. All of this leads to a really powerful change in how we think about building things. We're not trying to build systems that never fail, because let's be real, that's impossible. We're designing systems that can fail safely. And we're back to where we started. It feels completely backwards, but it's true. When you know the risks are contained by good controls, your team can move forward without fear. You can innovate faster because you know the guardrails are there to catch you. It's the uncontrolled systems that create anxiety, and that anxiety is what really kills progress. So what does that look like? It means you follow these core principles.
You don't just hope a control is there, you have to intentionally design and build it. You make your gates obvious and visible to everyone. You don't just write a stop condition, you test it like crazy to make sure it works. And you never, ever deploy without an exit strategy, a clear path to roll things back.
Now, just to be super clear about what we're covering here, this explainer is all about giving you the what and the why, the mental framework for designing safer systems. What we're not doing is telling you which specific software to use or giving you the green light to go deploy something. This is about building the right foundation so you can act responsibly.
So let's just get rid of that old idea that controls are nothing but boring paperwork. They're not. They are a sign of professional engineering. They are the bedrock of trust, and they are what gives your entire organization the confidence it needs to innovate and move forward, both quickly and safely. Which brings us to the last question, the one I want you to take with you. Think about the systems you're working on right now. Have you really thought about where that authority boundary is? And more importantly, are they built to act without any constraints?